Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, the only Idaho podcast focused on providing profits for Idaho people. If you love our state and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Idaho Business Podcast with your friend, host, and all-around great guy and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Idaho Business Podcast. As always, we're sponsored by Sensations. These guys are fantastic. They're located in Twin Falls and Pocatello. If you want to get your tan on, your massage on, your pedicure on, anything you need for the wellness of your body and for your body to look good, go to the IdahoBusinessPodcast.com. Click on their logo, or you can go to the IdahoBusinessPodcast.com/sensations and look at the sweet deal we have to offer you. If you go there, you'll see that if you mention the podcast as you sign up for one, actually, you don't even need to sign up for anything. If you just mention to them that you heard about them on the podcast, they will offer you a free cocoon wellness treatment or a free red light therapy treatment. Absolutely free, just because you guys are listeners of the podcast. And then I would definitely take a spray tan, or something else while you're there, because these guys just offer some sweet, sweet services. All right. I was just thinking today. Actually, I wasn't thinking much today. I was down with my bird trainer, my dog. I have a silver lab. Love the dog. Figured I needed to get into a new hobby as my kids are getting older. The hobby I had in the past was smoking meat, and it wasn't doing anything good for me physically. So I decided, my wife encouraged strongly, because I was starting to repulse her. She decided, hey, I better be good to find a hobby that gets me out of the house and do something with my kids. So I have two older boys and two younger girls, but the two older boys are really interested in it right now. So we go out pheasant hunting. So I bought this dog, and he's now he's now 2, and he was pretty much raised with this trainer. And as we go over to his private property, he buys these birds from a reserve, and we train with these birds. He hides them and puts them in traps and stuff, so our dogs can learn how to find the scent and learn to be good hunting dogs. Anyways, today I was out there. I was with my father. We kind of played hooky a little bit this morning from work. And, I wanted to bring my dad out and have him shoot some birds. It'd be fun, Got out there, and I don't know if any of you have been hunting before, but you get birdie, When I mean birdie, I mean you just get excited when you hear the cackling of the pheasants, and they take off like a helicopter, and it just gets your blood pumping, and it's just fun. So he puts them out either in a trap, or today he just kind of put them out so they could run and hide and do whatever they need to do, so they have a fair chance. And the dog finds them. He points on them. They jump up. We go to shoot, and what did I do? I missed, didn't think about it, missed, and in my second shot, there was no follow-through, missed again. It was horrible. And that happened throughout the day. And I was getting real frustrated with myself. I'm like, man, I just went skeet shooting, I was just tuning in my skills, and I was hitting everything. Why can't I hit these birds? They're a bigger target than the skeet. And I was just thinking on the way home, like, how can I relate this? And it all comes back to a quote I just recently read by Eddie Rickenbacker. He says, there's a 6-word formula for success, and it's think things through, then follow through. I did neither of those things. I heard the bird take off. I got excited. All I did was quickly raise and shoot, thinking it was just going to drop. Because that's how it is in business, right? We see an opportunity, and we can quickly just reach up and shoot it, and it goes our way, right? No. Same thing when it goes to bird hunting. When you don't have the awareness, when it hops up and flies, and you are not able to control your inner emotions to calm yourself, to ready your gun, aim it, and then take a nice calculated shot, it's not going to go your way, as proof was today. There was no thinking things through. There was no follow through. And not to throw my dad under the bus, but he's been rusty as well. We went home with maybe one bird out of like 5 or 6. And I don't want any emails coming into me or any comments on this post saying, hey, you guys suck as bird hunters, because typically that's not the case. But it was one of the first times this season that I got myself on a bird, and I just found myself 2 birdie. So let's talk about that a little bit today. Not, the act of thinking things through and then following through. In business, there's problems, there's opportunities that come up, that arise and present themselves to us, just like that bird. Those several birds did to me today. They presented themselves to me. They flew right in front of me, and I missed the boat. So what do we do when problems come around? Is it a reoccurring problem? Number one, I guess the big thing that we all go through is when it's something that comes up and it's like, oh, I got to solve this. The first thing I think in all of our minds is, okay, number one, how do I stop the bleeding first? With this problem, if it's something that's like, oh crap, I got to figure it out now, you find something just to stop the bleeding. Do some triage, stop the bleeding, and then you have some time to think. Correct? I hope that's the case. That's been the case in my situation. And if it's not your situation, you're a better person than I am. So congrats, which most of you probably are. Anyways, you're probably a lot smarter. So when it comes to that, you stop the bleeding during this problem. Then you find yourself with a little bit of breathing room to think, okay, is this problem something that is reoccurring? And if so, is there a way for me to put a process into place so when this problem comes around again, this is not what I'm running into again? So meaning now you're having the time to think things through, cautiously putting something into place. Oh, if this happens, then I do this. If that happens, then I do this. And if you can say that, and if you can put something in the process that way, does it have to be you that solves that problem every time? I don't think so. You could give that to one of your team members, your managers, whatever it may be. If it's something they can say and look at the process saying, oh, okay, this is happening. It's spelled out right here. If this is happening, then I do this. If this is happening, then I do that. And it becomes more of just a strategic chess move than like an emotional response to, oh crap. You don't have that oh crap moment anymore. And you're no longer having to stop the bleeding, but now you're making the correct call going forward every time, if this is a reoccurring problem. If it's not a reoccurring problem and it just comes up, obviously you stop the bleeding, number one. And then just think to yourself, okay, is there some way that I can make a decision going forward that this does not creep up on me again? And maybe it's just an anomaly, some crazy thing that pops up. And so think things through. If there's something you can put into place and you can ask yourself, if this happens, what do I do? If that happens, what do I do? So it's as easy as that. I know I say this a lot, guys and gals, but that's how you make processes and how you put things into place. So you're no longer just stopping the bleeding, but you're running a successful company. You're asking yourself, okay, if this happens, then I do that. If that happens, then I do this. Over and over again until you are solving that problem, and not just you, but a teammate or one of your other leaders. Maybe it's not a leader. Maybe it's just someone that can handle it and who's qualified to do that work. So that's something huge, guys, I would say. So think things through, as Eddie Rickenbacker, and I think I'm saying that right, Rickenbacker or Rickenbacker, I'm not sure. Think things through, meaning put the processes into place but before that, stop the bleeding. Put the processes into place after that, and then follow through. After you have something set up, don't just resort back of, oh, this is happening again. In my mind, this is how I always handle it. I always get stressed and I always handle it this way. No, you put something into place when you are in a better state of mind. So use that process and make it happen that way. And you'll see as time goes on, those problems that arise, they're not really a problem. Now they're opportunities, and one thing my consultants talk to me about, you don't look at them as problems, especially with their customer-facing problems. Look at them as opportunities to blow your customers' socks off. There's if you have negative opportunities and positive opportunities. Negative opportunities, maybe you failed them in some way, but there's still a way for you to, through customer service, to blow their socks off. Same thing with positive opportunity. Maybe they're calling you with a compliment or something like that. That's perfect. There's still more you could do to blow their socks off and to do more. And obviously, none of us are perfect examples of that, but I've found my way into situations that I have blown the socks off of customers, and it's made all the difference. And there's also opportunities that I failed on, and I did not take the opportunity to blow the socks off a customer, and it did, and I could tell, and it kind of backfired. So look at our problems as opportunities. So think things through, then follow things through. One more quote I loved was, we should not allow fear or anxiety to stop us from doing something. If you think through something well and prepare thoroughly, you can do a lot of things you think you can't. I like that because so many of us, me included, we have a lot of fear, especially when opportunities come our way. Not just the problems that we call problems and they're disguised as opportunities, but maybe this is a real opportunity. Maybe there's an acquisition in play for your company. Maybe there's a new service or new product at play that is an opportunity. Maybe depending on what kind of business you're in, like maybe there's something that really can complement your business by acquiring another business, or maybe even getting into some real estate, buying some real estate if the opportunity is right. That's the thing, is number one is the opportunity right? And is it the right fit for you? And if it is, after you've thought things through and you've done your math, doing your due diligence, and don't let things simmer too long, because then opportunity will pass you by. But if that's right, don't let that fear, overcome you to stop you from not acting at all. Because that's what fear is the best at, is allowing us not to progress in life and allowing us not to fulfill the destiny that we're sent here to fulfill. Your destiny as a business owner, business leader, can be controlled by your fear and how much fear you're allowing to enter into your life. So, and I'm talking from huge experience here, guys. Fear I used to be worst case scenario all the time. Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? And I would be stressed out like crazy. I had hives one time. I was so stressed out, and that's just crazy. Your family doesn't appreciate that. No one around you appreciates that. Your friends can't stand that person. Just enjoy who you are, what position you're in, and look at these opportunities as real opportunities. And don't let fear get in your way. Obviously, if it's a bad deal and it doesn't make sense, pass it by. But if it's an opportunity that fits well with your current company or your current structure, really think it out. And if the math works, which don't come to me for math, but other than that, I can help you. But if it's the right opportunity, jump on it. Take the appropriate amount of risk. We're all risk takers here, guys. You're in the business. If you're a business leader, business owner, you're taking risk every day. You're personally guaranteeing loans. You're doing all sorts of stuff to make things happen for you, your family, and for your employees. We're all here to take risk, and the appropriate amount of risk is great. That's what keeps pushing us onward, and that's the thrill of the hunt right there for everyone. So go forward, think things through, then follow through. It does no good for us to think things through and then we just stop. I think I've said this quote before, but it says, I think it was Babe Ruth, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I'm going to paraphrase. And it says, stopping at third base adds no more to the score than striking out. So, and you baseball guys out there, you're like, well, let's not. Just take it as it is. Follow through, get that home run, knock it out of the park, and it's going to work out, And sometimes not everything works out, but we learn from those opportunities. So, can't say it enough. Think things through. Don't let that bird pass you by. Line up your shot, take it, make that bird fall, and have yourself a nice little dinner at that night. So same with business. Line up that shot, follow through, follow that bird, and if it's the right shot, you take it, and you expand your business. You do better as a professional, and you just dominate. So I'm hoping that can be a positive light for you guys this week by just remembering to think things through, then follow through. Let that be a mantra this week. And also not to let fear or anxiety stop us from doing something that we should be doing. So until next time, guys, I will let you know also we are sponsored by the Fresh Prep. These guys are out of Pocatello, but they're servicing from Burley all the way to Idaho Falls. They prepare remarkable food. If you're trying to slim up and be a better version of yourself, like we've talked about over and over on this show, like I am myself. I'm down, I think, 45 pounds. I got to keep going down. But if you need help and it's hard to prep meals and if you don't have something in your work or your office and you're just going to go grab a burger, the burger's great. Supporting local restaurants are great. All for that. But if you're trying to think a little bit wiser for your health, this Fresh Prep, these guys are amazing. They'll deliver the meals right to you. There's so many different things you can choose from, and they're great. You have options like enchiladas, all that kind of stuff. So if you sign up for a subscription, you'll get your first meal for free, and you'll get a free meal to give to someone else for them to try it as well. That's a sweet little deal there, guys. It's a risk-free situation. But these guys, it's a locally owned business, a locally owned Idaho business, which we all want to support. So go to the idahobusinesspodcast.com/Fresh Prep, or go click on their logo on our website and enjoy that deal. And there is a promo code you'll have to enter into their website, but that's all on our website that you can look at. So until next time, guys, go out there and dominate. Stay away from the negative Nancy's. Keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, so dig it. Follow through. Until next time, you guys have an awesome week, and adios.
Congratulations on spending a couple of minutes getting a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Idaho business community. If you're feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.